Hey, it's Doug from Rise Above Performance Training, and today we're going to start a video series on thoracic spine mobilization. The thoracic spine, or T-spine, is located just below the neck and just above the low back, so it takes a big area of the back. The reason why we want to mobilize it is because most people, including myself, tend to have a rounded upper back, and it's just mostly due from daily life. So if we work at a computer, reading, texting, video games, bench pressing, football, you name it, it brings us forward, and that can cause a lot of problems down the road. So initially you might be fine, but if you throw that posture off for too long, these pec muscles get short, the back gets rounded, breathing is going to be labored because you cannot open up the diaphragm and take a good breath. Also, your shoulder mobility is going to be eliminated. You won't be able to get your arm overhead, and that can cause pain. Your upper back will also lead to low back pain because the roundedness causes extension here and tightness in that low back because everything's getting stretched out, and then low back pain down the road. So I'm going to give you some options that you can do to help mobilize that area and get it loose. Now the spine, as we know, is a long column that holds a lot of the limbs together via tendon attachment, ligament attachment, and also muscle attachment via the tendons. So the spine is able to move in a lot of direction. We don't necessarily be hypermobile, but we want to be mobile in the sense that we can flex, extend, and rotate to help neutralize the body and relax. So the first one we're going to do is, these are going to be very low-level things that you can do. So you want to do them easily, do them frequently, and don't try to force anything. We're going to take a foam roller, and I'm going to do thoracic extension. I'm going to put it right on my low back, just right at the bottom of my shoulder blades. I'm going to cross my hands, and I'm going to think about elongating my spine and extending my upper back. So I want to get long here. What I'm not doing is doing a sit-up where I'm bending and coming up. I'm thinking about stretching and getting long just in that upper back area. My hips stay down. Try to get long. Again, not forcing anything. If I'm doing pretty well, I can add the arm component, reach a little bit, add a little more leverage to try to help facilitate that. The second thing we're going to do is mobilize the shoulders, or open up the pecs and the shoulders. That'll help retract everything to help mobilize the T-spine. I'm going to sit on the roller, full spine length, palms up, arms down, and I'm just going to kind of hold, retract, and relax. I'll find a new angle, contract a little bit, so I'm tightening up my muscles and relaxing, tightening up and relaxing. I'm keeping my hips down, kind of pelvis neutral here, so I'm not arching the back to kind of get lower. I'm keeping my back pretty flat, and I'm trying to tighten up just the upper body and then relaxing without moving my hips too much. A third one you can do, which you've probably seen, is something called a cat-cow, which is basically just flexion extension of the upper back. So we're going to go on all fours. I'm going to stack my shoulder right over my wrist, and I'm just going to flex my upper back. And then I want to go through extension. Now when you go through extension, there'll probably be a little bit of lower back going here, arching of the hips. I want to try my best though to focus on the upper back. So when I get to about here, this is where I stop on my upper back, so I don't want to excessively arch my low back. And I'm just going to focus as much as I can in extending that upper thoracic area. So again, it's like on that foam roller, we're getting long in here. The last area in that same position I think is often neglected is lateral movement. So we're going to be in that same position, and we want the spine to go side to side. Again, I'm only going to focus on the upper body, the thoracic area. Now, if we, in theory, relax the muscles around that cause us to go laterally, instead of being locked in place, we can relax our body, relax our shoulder, let everything drop just to have more freedom of movement to keep that upper back happy. So I want to be over here again. I'm going to stack everything, and I'm just shifting side to side. I'm doing my best not to move my hips. So I'm not shifting my hips this way and kind of faking that mobility. I'm thinking about moving my spine shoulder to opposite hand, going that way. So there you have it. There's the first installment of Thoracic Spine Mobility. If you like the video, please like it. If you really like the video, please subscribe, and I'll put the next series up in a few weeks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.